Hi, so today I'm just going to share my experience with being in a relationship with a narcissist. So when I was 19, I met a guy. I won't name any names, but I met a guy, and I was just a young girl having fun. It all started very fun and very just lighthearted, and he was very charming. We partied, we drank, we had a good time. He kind of sucked me in by being so charming, and I was just I was just blind to it. I did not see any. First of all, I think my lack of my lack of boundaries really caused me to be like an easy target for him, because I I just kind of went along with the motions of everything. I didn't ever question whether his treatment was appropriate or not. I guess I should have. The first red flag was when we were in my car and he asked me if he could see my phone. And so I handed him my phone thinking he was going to use it. I was confused because he had his own phone. Why do you need mine? Anyway, so he opens it, and I'm thinking he's going to call somebody, but instead he's going through it, going through my messages, looking to see who I'm talking to. And I was like, that's not okay. Give me my phone back. And then he started arguing with me because I wouldn't because I must be doing something wrong since I'm asking for the phone. That's not okay. I should have That's the first moment I should have known that this is going to go down a really fucked up path. And so I fought him for it. I'm feisty. I didn't fight him physically, but I reached for it. It's my phone, so I'm going to grab it out of your hands. So I reached for it, and he pulled back. It flew out of his hand, and the force was so great that it busted my right window. And that right there, if there wasn't a bigger sign, like from the universe, like, girl, get out of this. Like, don't even pursue a relationship with this guy. He's not gonna be a good mate for you. But I ignored it, of course, because we were just so drawn to each other. There was so much chemistry, attraction, whatever. Um, I still chose to ignore that. And then we continued to see each other, but I started noticing that he would get really jealous when we went out to eat or somewhere in public and I would get looked at by guys. He would get mad at me and argue with me, telling me that I was checking them out, when in fact I was not. I was minding my own business. And this is how it started. Just subtle little moments of, I guess, gaslighting. And if you don't know what gaslighting is, it's when you know what just happened or what you just said, and somebody tries to manipulate it or twist it in a way that you start to question whether or not your reality is, or what you just said is, the correct thing. So I obviously knew that I was not staring at these guys. So I just kind of sucked it up, and I just kept my mouth shut. And I didn't really keep my mouth shut. I was a little feisty. I would retaliate. So I said, no, no, I didn't check them out. But we would just move it along, and it was just kind of like that. It was just like these little jabs back and forth, and I always stood up for myself, but I should have gotten out of the relationship. that's where I messed up. Like, I should have known that this is not okay, this is not healthy. So it progressed. It kept, happening, and I just I'm just like putting this story out there because I know so many girls that can fall into this trap because they've never learned how to assert boundaries, or don't even know what a red flag is. Or Sophia, the dog, is rolling around on the bed. Boundaries, self boundaries, knowing red flags, knowing what's okay behavior from a boyfriend or a potential boyfriend or not. I think these are all things that should be taught to girls because we're such natural givers and nurturers that we don't want to, if we're attracted to a guy and we want to be a good girlfriend, so we don't understand that we have the right to have boundaries. And some of us don't. Some of us do. Some of us are fortunate to have that, and I didn't. So I know if I didn't, I know a lot of other girls are in the same boat as me. So start to question the little nudges in your gut that tells you this doesn't feel right. Why is he trying to control me? Why is he asking me where I'm at? Why is he so stalkerish? Why does he not trust me? Like, what's going on? Just I feel like human behavior is just so complex. There's a from my understanding, what I've read in books, there's a spectrum of narcissism. We're all on it because we have to take care of ourselves. We have to put ourselves first, because if we don't, who's going to? So there's a spectrum of narcissism, but some people are on the extreme end of it to the point where they lack the ability to empathize with another person in the way that a healthier person on the spectrum is able to empathize, sympathize, know that this isn't right. Why am I asking her to look through her phone? That's not the person I want to be. They have a conscious understanding of what's right and wrong, how to be a good boyfriend, how to trust, and how to not lie and tell somebody that you were checking a guy out when in fact it was the other way around. And also the fact that somebody else checks you out is not your problem. It's ridiculous. Sophia, it's kind of ridiculous because I don't know, it's just one of those complex things that I'm just now understanding after years of, and I'm not with that guy anymore. It didn't work out. I left him. I could not do it anymore. So, but yeah, just a little story I wanted to throw out there. Young girls, especially, any age, in fact, like, it took me a while to come around to the fact that I was with a narcissist for 5 years. It lasted a long time. I think the only reason it lasted so long is because he was in the military and he was deployed for quite a bit of that time. So I did have a lot of time to be alone, and I had a lot of time to read, be with myself. It almost created a blank slate when he was away, training in the field or whatever. It's just one of those things. I don't know. I just wanted to share that.